right, here we go. Yeah. All right. Let me pull up my page here real quick. It's 9:44 on Sunday. I'm a little bit in the future. Hey, Davia, great to see you. Is everybody excited? Everybody excited for everything that's going on? You paying attention? 11 people on here right now at 11:44. You gotta love that. Seeing what's going on, the awakening that's happening, the momentum that's happening, the shift is on that we came here for. Man, I'm excited. So instead of waiting until Monday and Wednesday, which is actually my Tuesday and Thursday here, where I'm currently at in Thailand, I wanted to jump on here and not only talk about a couple things, but also when we do this, question and answer is always open. So if anybody has any questions, concerns, thing that's coming up, feel free to pop it into the comments. Usually people are hesitant to ask the first question, but as soon as they do, it opens up things and mirroring for everybody, and everybody feels a little bit more relaxed and safe. So here's a comment from my friend Davia. A bit impatient. Yeah, well, notice that. Tune into that. And is it impatience? Is it excitement? Is it a little bit of both? We've been waiting for hundreds, if not thousands of years and lifetimes, and we came here for this time right now. And anybody that's paying attention can see that things are being revealed right now on an hourly to hourly, day by day basis, where there's no denying that the greatest shift in recorded history is happening right now. And we can turn to the USA and in many other countries to really gather evidence for that. So the only invitation that we really have is to monitor our frequency and to monitor our frequency and observe, what are we focusing on? What are we focusing on right now? Are we in fear or are we excited? That's it. That's it. And align with people and information and frequencies that are raising our vibration. This is going to be the difference between staying stuck in the repeating lower 3D repeating timelines and moving beyond. And it's just a choice in every moment. What's happening on the 6th? Well, I know nothing, but from what I've gathered, it's going to be the reveal about all the corruption around the presidency. And the guy that works for the light is going to stay in. In fact, he's still in. He hasn't been taken out. And the people that have been deceiving and working for the dark, there will be more disclosure. There's going to be a massive arrest, I think. But don't believe me. Don't, as my teacher told me, don't believe me, don't believe yourself. Just hold your frequency. That's all that matters. Don't give away your frequency, which is creating your reality and magnetizing your timelines to you in every moment with your thoughts and your words and your vibration. And just be calm and know it's all playing out right now, and it's going to happen. But be very careful. 33 people on here right now. I love it. Just be very consciously aware of if what you're waiting for or what we're waiting for to happen in the future is allowing that to pull your frequency down in the now. Because right now is the only moment. Are you happy? Are you excited? I woke up this morning and I had a little bit of sticky, I don't know whether you would call it fear or whatever, but I notice it right away and I do not allow it to run. So I take some breaths and I go, okay, there's something. There's something to know if it's my own thought. I don't know if it's part of the collective consciousness. And I'm going to clear it right now. This is all we are invited to do. Rinse and repeat. The lower frequencies, doubt, judgment, fear, shame, guilt, they cannot exist in 5D and beyond. That's it. This is the whole game. Excuse me. Okay, Roxanne. Let's send Roxanne a bunch of love and energy right now. Okay? Okay, so Roxanne, thank you for your comment because you're not the only one. So don't feel bad. Why would you be doubtful and anxious? What are you choosing to believe? Where are you getting your information or low frequency disinformation? And I'm sending this out to everybody. And I'm really talking to Jeff right now because Roxanne is just, she's part of the collective and she was brave enough to share her feeling. Okay. So let's dive into this a little bit. All right. So I don't know where Roxanne is currently living, but she may be in a country where they're really trying to push the fear and the lockdown and the you can't gather and you got to wear the mask. And it's okay. It's okay. Just trust. Do your best to trust and be the observer. Notice if the ego, the fear-based survival program, wants to be the automatic reactor. Notice that. It's a fear-based reaction. And just notice it and go, okay, do I want to choose more of that? Or am I willing to just go, I came here for a reason. And no matter where I am in the country or the world, I'm going to choose 33 people, 11 hearts. You can't make this up. Or can you? Okay. So where do you want to choose to hold your frequency? What do you desire to feel? Feel that. Anything that's pulling you down, unplug from it. Even if you have to turn off the computer, my timeline is nothing but awake people and excited people sharing all of the things that are going down right now. And most of them are happening in the US where I'm from, but I'm not there currently now. But I tune in to the higher frequencies. And this is the invitation. So just notice that. That's your invitation, you know? Okay. So Monica says, I've been feeling a lot of fear and anxiety. Where are you getting that? What are you tuning into? What are you allowing to run? Because part of what you may be feeling or what we may be isn't even ours. It's just the collective. And this is coming up to be cleared right now. It's coming up to be purged after thousands of years. So just notice it and tune in and go, okay, so I feel fear. I feel anxiety. It's okay. Now that I notice it, listen to all those birds tweeting outside. I don't know if you can hear them, but they're excited. They can feel the shift. It's going on. It's happening. So our only invitation is to tune in and go, okay, if I'm feeling fear, then let me feel it fully. Let me feel it fully. And I invite you to take a breath. Can all do this together and smile and meet every one of those cells in your body that are feeling that and just go, okay, I'm going to tune into you fully to this feeling right now. And I'm going to allow it to feel. I'm not going to push it down. I'm not going to squash it. I'm going to feel it. Yeah. And I love this comment here because this is one of my go-tos. It's the same as excitement. Fear and excitement are the same frequency. 33 people right now. Thank you for this comment. Because it's the same frequency. It just depends on what story you allow the mind to run. So excitement is the highest magnetic frequency. As anybody that's seen my lives or read the book, Waking Up in the Dream, you know that excitement is one of the highest frequencies. Hey, Michael, great to see you. So whatever you're feeling, tune into it and go, what I'm feeling right now is magnetizing more of what I'm feeling. So do I want to feel and continue what I'm feeling? You've got a choice. We've got a choice in every single moment to tune in to the higher frequencies. This is the whole entire game right now. It's rinse and repeat. This is why the media is pushing so hard with fear, 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 vaccines, control. Laugh at it. You don't have to laugh at it with an ego, but when you see the program, you can see that that's all they've got. That's all they've ever had. In religion, the lie, pull you down, give your power away to an external source, pay money, hoping that somebody will forgive you. It's a program. The school system teaching you what to think instead of how to think and how to be an unlimited, truly unlimited divine being. How many people here right now truly know that they're unlimited? Maybe you don't know it 100%. Maybe you're just starting to tune into that, but your higher self knows it. And you're like, okay. And even if I'm not 100% sure, these words right now are resonating with me. And so I'm going to investigate, and I'm willing to go into that a little bit deeper right now. So what does that look like? Well, it looks like, what reality would I create, or am I creating, or better yet, have I created? Because everything's in the now. If you put it in the future, it will stay in the future, because the subconscious only knows how to take direct orders. So if what you're going to create is in the future, and you say, I'm trying, I wish, I hope, which, by the way, are very weak words. Nothing against them, but they're weak because they're not in the now. So this is the key. Start playing with this. What am I creating every single morning when I wake up? What thoughts am I imprinting onto the quantum field? What am I magnetizing in to my vibrating hologram? And what happens for so many people is they wake up and those 50 to 80,000 same thoughts start running every day. The alarm goes off in some cases if you have to set an alarm. You wake up, you go, okay, I got to put on a pot of coffee. I got to get the kids ready for school. I got to get ready to drive to work. We're just pulling in like Santa Claus, carrying in the past into our new 0 point, because every single new moment doesn't have anything imprinted onto it. It's a clean slate until we imprint that with our thoughts, our beliefs, our worries, our doubts, or our excitement. So I love that. I pop up at just the right time. You popped up at just the right time. Everything is happening at just the right time. It's just, what are we vibrating at right now? What are we choosing to align with and say yes to? That's it. That's it. It's the whole game. Yeah. Fear is keeping us stuck in the third dimension. This is the whole game. There's nothing more. There's nothing more. And this is what this is all about. Waking up in the dream. It's pretty simple. You go in and you heal and you forgive anybody that's ever harmed you, including yourself. Why? Because we can't get out of 3D if we're still holding frequencies in our body of hatred, anger, shame, guilt, or lack of forgiveness. We can't. But it's so easy to forgive. Only the ego doesn't want to forgive. The heart, it's like, yeah, let's forgive. It's so easy. And then you go in and you dismantle the belief system. And you see that the belief system isn't even yours. When my teacher had me do this in 2001, I was like, it was one of the biggest aha moments ever. I was like, oh my God, my belief system isn't even mine. And look at what's triggering everybody. anything that challenges their belief system, they go into judgment or they get triggered. So what do? They pull themselves down right back into 3D again. It's amazing when you finally begin to see it. Yeah. It's so great. So, does anybody have any questions? I love all the comments. We are excited. I mean, this is it, you know? Yeah. Thank you, Louisa. It's about letting go of things that don't resonate anymore and being very careful to see what the ego wants to hold on to that is around judgment or anger or somebody did something wrong. You know, judgment's the biggest addiction on the planet. And I was a judgeaholic. And I wrote a whole chapter about judgment and how to dismantle it and how the ego wants to hold on to it and justify it. And that's why it's the biggest thing that keeps people stuck in 3D. It truly is the biggest addiction on the planet. And you've got to be able to see it to dismantle it. And so I was brought up in the Catholic school, which was all judgment, all day, all the time. These nuns were so pissed off and angry because I think they figured out at 75 years young, never use the word OLD. Your cells are listening to every single thought and word that you speak and think. OLD is a program to get you to age. So, how about this one? Do you speak to your cells every day? So many people that I know don't. It's the number one key to health. More than eating vegetarian food, more than blessing your water, your food. All of our cells are consciously aware and they're listening to every single thought and word that we speak. It's a command. And our subconscious is taking directions from every single thought and word. It's creating our reality. This is what they don't want you to know. This is why they're trying to distract you with the tele vision and just all of the distractions. So this is the key. So anybody have a question? Okay, I don't see any question yet, but so I intend that this is inspiring you. I'm excited. And it's not like I don't have stuff come up, but I've trained myself. And this is what I do when I take people through this process every month with the handful of people that I journey with one-on-one. It's a complete dismantling of the belief system. And once you see it and you go, oh my God, that's how they're doing it to everybody. It changes the way you create your reality. And once you see the program, it can never, ever have that hold on you again. But you've got to be able to see it in order to dismantle it. Otherwise, the ego will want to hold on to it because it thinks that it's protecting you. It's just doing what it was trained to do. But in 5D, we have dismantled that program and we see it for what it is. And you see that every reaction, you begin to feel it. It's a trigger. And you begin to feel the frequency of every single thought and word. And that's what this teaches us to do. It's the only game in town, conscious awareness. It's why we're here. And thank you, Virginia. You're so kind. I love that. Your energy and enthusiasm lift me up every time. Yeah, the jungle dogs. I do for those that you don't know, I go out, I live out in the country in northern Thailand at the Maladar Retreat Center here, where we do healing and sound healing and breath work and plant medicines and stuff. And I'm about a half hour outside of Chiang Mai, which is the nearest kind of community. And so yeah, there's a lot of wild jungle dogs that live out here. and I go around and make friends with them. And some of them are just babies, and no human has ever touched them ever before. And it's just such a joy to win their trust and to be able to give them their first belly rub and give them food and, make friends with them. They adopt me. So anyway, thank you for that. So yeah, I meditate every day. Yeah. Begin your day as soon as you're lying on the pillow, because this is the key, creating our reality. If we don't consciously create it and all throughout the day, then we're going to be running those 50 to 80,000 thoughts. And you've got to be able to see this and be open to understanding this. Yeah. It's so cool when you begin to see it, and you just practice it every single day over and over and over. And, there's going to be some dismantling of programs and some. Okay, here's a great question. I love this. Thank you, Jamie. Okay, what can I do to help my parents who are in the program and comfortable? I moved in with them last year. Okay, so they're in the program and they're comfortable. So love them. Just love them. That's it. When you hold your vibration in excitement, it's affecting them and the rest of the planet, whether it looks like it is or not. And if they want to know, wow, how come you're always excited? And if they want to know, then you can share with them, because I figured out how to dismantle the programs. And then they might go, what do you mean by programs? And then you can dive in and talk to them about the 3D programs if they want to. But if they don't want to, then be perfectly okay with them doing what they're doing. Because here's the key. Anytime we judge anybody, that's our own stickiness. Every judgment that we have is about us. It's not about anybody else out there. That's the trap of the 3D hologram. That's why they keep running fear, 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 and all the advertisements of, you need to buy this to be happy. You need to buy this to be happy. It's a program. You got to be able to see it. And so many people think that the hologram out there is doing things to them. That's how they keep people stuck in 3D. But the hologram is really flipped 180 degrees. It's just mirroring back to us the frequencies that we're holding and that the collective is holding. So the key is to clear every single judgment. And once you begin to see that, you will begin to see that you are magnetizing the high vibrational people, the money, the abundance, everything into your holographic field. It's just the way it works. And so one of the greatest keys is that our judgments are all about us. But the ego doesn't want you to know that in the beginning, because it gets triggered, because it doesn't understand the program. Thank you, Roxanne, for asking. I'll pop in a link right now, and you can grab it for half price right now. So yeah, the judgment is the biggest addiction on the planet. Wrote a whole chapter about it in the book and how to dismantle it. And just watch and see if the ego goes, no, I'm right to judge. I'm right to judge because the pedophiles are wrong and the government's wrong and the people that are poisoning our food and air and our water are wrong. Yeah, they're wrong. But if you're holding judgment, you're magnetizing more of those type of people and those type of energies to you. You've got to be able to see this. You've got to be able to see how the hologram is creating our reality. So how do we shift that? This is huge. This is huge. And I love the fact that you guys are holding this frequency, and there's 38 or 40 people on here right now, because it means that this is resonating. And I'm grateful, because it's truly life-changing. And it took me over 25 years of studying with a master, mainly Don Miguel Ruiz in the beginning, and then a bunch of other amazing mentors. Everybody's your teacher when you awaken. Everybody, especially the people that trigger us. So check this out. So, judgment. We've got to dismantle every single judgment and understand that they're all about us. So let's break it down, okay? So, yes, there are people out there that are doing things to harm us, okay? So they're being stopped and they're being removed from the planet right now. If you don't think they are, just trust, because I can promise you and guarantee you that they are being removed. And a lot of the worst people have already been removed. There are clones out there. And I know that's a stretch for a lot of people. And you don't have to believe me. In fact, don't believe me, because that's not going to work for you. You've got to investigate this for yourself, okay? And if you're not sure, then it doesn't matter. Maybe you don't need to go down that rabbit hole right now because it's deep. The only invitation, the most important thing to do in every single moment is to be in excitement, in gratitude, in joy. None of that external stuff matters. None of it. Unless it's affecting you right now. You don't have to worry about vaccines or anything else unless it's in your current field right now and somebody's trying to force you to take a vaccine and say, I do not consent. The Nuremberg Act. There are laws where they cannot force you. And trust in this. They're trying to get people into fear so they'll go and want to get it. Well, we're going to cut off your money and you're not going to be able to try. They're not going to be able to do it. They might be able to do it temporarily in some places, but it's not going to stick. Trust, trust, trust. Okay? Okay, my triggers are hang-ups. I'm working every day. How about substituting the word work, which is a very heavy word. It's a program. Work. To I'm excited that I'm playing every day and I'm seeing the programs and I'm dismantling them. Every time I see one, I'm taking a breath. I'm catching the judgment or the trigger. I'm gonna give you one of the huge keys here right now. It's a big part of the journeying that I do and the dismantling that I do when I journey with the handful of people that I take through the Waking Up in the Dream transformational experience every month. And if that interests you, and you'd like to be one of those people, I'll pop a link in here, or you can go to the portal2awakening.com website. It changes the way you see and create everything. And this will be taught in schools to children. In fact, I'm converting the Waking Up in the Dream book to a book for children right now, because this changes everything. But we've got to be able to catch the trigger. If you don't catch the judgment or trigger, you will just continue to run it. And you'll continue to magnetize more of that. So here's the key. Jamie, get excited because it's the highest frequency. It's the highest frequency. And just go, okay, even if I still got some wounds or doubts or triggers, or I'm still a little judgmental about some people, I'm going to at least be open to the invitation to what Jeff is sharing right now, because I can feel it. It feels great when I'm excited. And that's the highest frequency. And that's 5D and beyond. And so, yeah, it's it. So let me see what Debra had. I'm usually pretty good at speaking to myself. Okay. So great. Okay. So here's a word, try. And thank you for sharing this, because this is great, because this really opens up a lot for people. Because I could talk all day long, but these questions are really, really key. So thank you. Okay. So I try to keep my vibration high. Okay, cool. So how about going, I do keep my vibration high. I do keep my vibration high. Or take it even a step higher and go, my vibration is always high. And if for some reason it gets pulled back by any judgment or any trigger from the external, I feel it in my body and I take a breath. This is key. This is a whole key here to stepping out of 3D. Any judgment, any trigger, any fear-based thought, you feel it, you stop and you take a breath and you go, okay, there's a trigger. I just felt that pull me back down into 3D. So I'm going to smile and I'm going to ask this really empowering question. What is that trigger or fear or judgment trying to teach me in this moment? Super key. If you do this, you will dismantle decades and possibly lifetimes of programming and wounds. I call them automatics. In the book, they're automatics. It's just the ego trying to protect you. It's the defense system. It doesn't know any better until you dismantle the program and shift it. Okay? So words like try, that means we're not there yet. So let's go back to this. The COVID vaccine scares me so much. Okay, so where are you getting this fear-based download from? I know where you're getting it, but I invite you and everybody else to look at that. Where are you allowing this fear-based entity to enter in to your sovereign, divine, vibrating field of awareness? Where? It's from the external. It's only from the media. So why don't you and everybody else right now make a commitment in this moment? We will not entertain any fear-based external information, period. Okay? So let's sit on that for a moment. Because when I say that, what possibly comes up? Well, the ego goes, well, you don't understand. I'm living in a country and they're starting to roll it out and they're saying that they're going to do it. And do you see that that's how they get you? 33 minutes right now. I love it. You can't make this up. Okay? So do you see that the only way that they can get you is if you allow yourself to eat the poison, which is the fear? Do you see that? You don't have to dismantle it and eliminate it right now. Just be open right now. We're just having a discussion. We're just breaking down the program that they've been using to enslave people for thousands of years. Okay? So just be open and just watch how the mind wants to react or observe or do whatever it does. Take a breath and smile and let your body know that right now, while you are connected with these 41 other incredible people around the world through this incredible technology, through thin air, by the way. I'm talking on a $10 computer in Thailand out in the middle of nowhere, and my computer's not even plugged into the wall. How incredible is that? You think this isn't part of the bigger picture to wake everybody up? And we came here for this, okay? So we're talking about how they get people and they pull them down into this fear. It's the media. So how about unplugging? Could you do that, Debra, and anybody else? Are you willing to go, I am not going to buy into that anymore? Are you willing? And now watch the ego go, well, yeah, but they keep pushing it. And are you willing right now and every moment after this to go, I will not buy into that anymore? Now, let's look at the worst case scenario that's probably not even going to happen. They bang on your door and they go, we're here to force you to take the VAX. First of all, it's not going to happen. And second of all, It's not going to happen. So look at what you're chewing on right now. How do I erase this constant? I love this question. I love you. And I love your picture. Look at you two guys. You're beaming light. Everybody look at their profile picture. Okay? So Debra shared what could be the best question of this whole transmission right now. How do I erase this constant specter of being enslaved or illness or death for me and my family? Unplug from it. Okay. All right, so let's check it out. We got 45 amazing people on here right now. We are holding a frequency right now. I don't know if you guys can feel it, but just by you being on this transmission, you are amplifying the frequency of the planet and beyond right now. Now, if that isn't something to smile about and get excited about, I don't know what is. Because that's all there is. I'm getting goosebumps. Can you feel it? I mean, come on. We are creating a collective magnetic vibrational energy right now. It's going out to all. I'm always like dyslexic trying to point back here because everything's reversed. It's like the hologram. And we got to figure out, oh, that's how we do it. We don't allow the hologram to pull us down with fear. We project our love and our excitement onto the hologram, and then it mirrors back more of that to us. It brings the perfect people into our life. It brings abundance into our life. Our cells vibrate and amplify. Do you know that we can also reverse our aging? Hello? Let me say that again. That's important. Do you know that you can reverse your aging? How many people have asked you that lately? Gee, there aren't too many people talking about that, are there? Wow. Is this guy Jeff crazy? Or is that possible? Well, if you do your research, you'll see that people used to live thousands of years. And they didn't have to leave the planet until they decided they were ready to go on and experience something else in another galaxy or another planet or whatever. Wow. Here's one of my favorite 3-word questions. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Now, what's your mind chewing on as we're talking about this right now? We just shifted this whole thing from focusing on fear to, really? We can reverse our aging? I know that the med beds are coming. Wow, they didn't even talk about that 5 years ago, but now everybody agrees on that. Do you see how this thing works? And we shift the dream and we shift it all? Do you see this? Do you get it? Do you understand that when we agree to something, guess what? All of a sudden it starts to become the normal. The normal. Airplanes weren't normal. Now they're normal. Now everybody's talking about time travel. Oh, how interesting is that? That's going to become the new normal. Flying cars, growing back limbs, healing your body. It's happening now. Do you believe it? Do you want to believe it? Or is your mind skeptical? Because the only thing that's going to keep you from manifesting anything into your reality is your belief system. Probably worth saying that again. The only thing that will keep anything from coming in to your reality is your belief that it either is or is not possible. This is a truth that I can stake my entire existence on. This is a knowing that I know beyond any shadow of a doubt. Can I prove it to you? No, but you can prove it to yourself. And that's exciting because it's not for me to have any influence or control over your dream because you are a sovereign, divine, unlimited being. And it is not for anybody else in government or the media or in science, which is a psyop, or the medical industry to tell you what you can or can't heal or do. So I'm going to ask you again a question that could shift your entire reality. And all I ask is that you be open to it. Do you believe that you can reverse your aging? Do you believe that you can love on yourselves and get so excited, and with the new energies that are coming in, and anybody that's probably listening to this understands that our DNA that was hijacked is being activated right now. So when I wake up every morning from what we call the sleeping dream, you know that you're dreaming all the time, right? Oh, have you heard that before? And I'm not saying it like I'm the only one that's ever heard it. I'm inviting all of us to think and create from a much higher vibration of excitement and possibility. This is the only game in town moving forward. Conscious awareness, expanding it and dismantling anything that's limiting. Anything that's limiting. So that pretty much means, are you open to dismantling your entire belief system? Boom. Are you open to just blowing it up, blowing it up? When my teacher got me to look at my belief system and I had the biggest aha moment ever in 2001, I went, oh my God, none of these are even mine. I got them from Catholic school. I got them from church. I got them from my mom, who, when my father died when I was 7, God bless her, she was in fear. I didn't have a dad. All the other kids had a dad. That shut me down. But that was part of my soul contract. So it wasn't, oh, you poor kid. Yeah, it sucked back then, but I chose that. And that's part of why I'm able to take people through this process now, because I had to go through that deep pain. I was suicidal when I was in my 20s and 30s at times, you know, and it was part of my soul journey. So what are your gifts that piss you off that you can turn around and look at right now and go, I chose this, so I can hold this frequency for other people and support them. It's really cool when you get to see it. Really cool. Because there are no victims, but the ego will try and get you to hold on to it only because it doesn't understand it. Now, the only way that we can be a victim is if we're still holding a wound. So that's why the first part of this journey is complete inner healing. And it's easy to heal. But they don't want you to think it is. That's why they named it the dark night of the soul. Who wants to go there? Nobody. That's why they named it that. So everybody wants to play with their crystals and their pyramids and everything and call themselves Susie Butterfly Lightworker. And the last place they want to go is into the wound. But the wound is the doorway to your freedom. It's not the dark night of the soul. It's the doorway to everything you ever wanted. And that's why it's the first thing I take people through on the journey. and in any session. It's easy. It's so easy to heal decades of stuff. Only the ego wants to hold on to it. And the little child got wounded, so it put up a big protection mechanism around it because it had to. It's so easy to heal. It's the biggest bamboozling ever. You just forgive everybody and you forgive yourself. And if something really, really horrible happened to you, like it did to me and millions of other people, like I journey with people that somebody in their family got murdered, they got raped, they got sexually molested. Okay? You got to forgive. You have to. Why? Because we're the ones holding the low frequency thing that keeps us stuck in 3D, and it keeps attracting those same people in relationships in life to mirror back the frequency that we're not willing to forgive yet. So simple. You got to be able to see this. And I'm not saying that nobody else out there can see it. This is for those that are ready to hear it and are ready to move beyond. And if this is resonating with you and you want to do the journey, reach out to me after this call. So, intending that this is resonating, because, okay, here's the question. How are we going to pay our rent and bills with no job or money? Let me think on that for a minute. First of all, there is so much that's going to be revealed in not only the coming days, but the coming weeks and months, that money, which is free, it's the biggest program on the planet. That's how they controlled us. They created a fake money system. They had your parents, sign your birth certificate in capital letters, which, if you don't know, we were sold into slavery under the British Royal Crown, the Queen of England, which has since been dismantled by the President of the United States, the one person that the media is trying to get to hate because he's exposing all the dark ones and taking them down, including the pedophiles in the monetary system. Don't believe me. I'm not political, but I am here to do the work of a light worker, and you are too. So don't be in fear about your rent and bills, because don't create that. Okay? Just trust, trust, trust. But thank you for the question. It's trust. Okay? So, yeah, we are here at the greatest time in recorded history, and it's going down right now. And all the other countries are watching. Watch what happens in the next few days. There's going to be a massive arrests. There's going to be free energy. It's all free. It's coming. Just trust. If your mind wants to go, well, I don't see it, then you're allowing the television and the dark controllers to steal your present moment. Okay? So here's what I do. Every single day, when I wake up out of the sleeping dream, I immediately realize that I just came out of the sleeping dream. I take some breaths and I smile. Why do I smile? Because I've trained myself to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that excitement is the highest frequency there is. And also, when I smile and I start to love on every single one of my frequencies, every one of my cells that's been loving me unconditionally since I've been in the womb. I invite you to tune into this right now. Stop scrolling, stop doing anything you're doing. Maybe close your eyes. And let me say that again, okay? This could possibly change your life more than anything else you have ever done and anything that you will ever do. As soon as I awaken in the morning, while my head is still on the pillow, I have trained myself to take some deep breaths, to get present, and I love on every single cell in my body. because they have been unconditionally loving me since I've been in the womb. And when I love on them, it raises my vibration and it starts to magnetize more of that which I see is already here. This is the key. I don't see things in the future. Okay? So check this out. That star, imagine that it's you. Look how bright it is. It's freaking beaming. Okay? Okay, see all those other stars? Imagine those as your imagination of any desire that you desire. Let me stay out of the picture here. Okay? So, each one of those that is a desire. One could be infinite abundance. One could be perfect health. One could be, I've reversed my age back to whatever age I wanted to. But I didn't lose my wisdom. And this is what's so cool about the New Earth souls in the New Earth timelines. When you reverse your aging, you're not going to lose the wisdom that you gained. Super incredible, super exciting. Okay? So, every one of those little stars, imagine that they're a timeline. They're my soulmate. They're my perfect health. They're the house I want. Actually, catch that. Not the house I want. Want is in the future. See, I've trained myself to catch the frequency of my words. Want is weak, and it's in the future. So I caught it, and I perfectly said it so that I can mirror this to myself and to you. The house, the money, anything that I desire while I'm laying on my pillow and my vibration is high because I just took some deep breaths and I loved on every cell of my body. Now my vibration is excited and it's at the highest magnetic frequency. Now I see any desire, it's already here. It's not in the future. This is the key that was not in the book, The Secret. This is the key they don't want you to know. This is why they keep pushing fear and lack and lack and lack and fear and separation onto the media. So, if you desire to create your reality, which I don't know why you wouldn't, this is priceless right here. This is priceless. This will be taught in every single school moving forward. Okay? As well as how to understand emotions, because emotions are what trick people into being stuck in the 3D loop. And here's why. We end up taking on a belief system which comes from our parents, our grandparents, the system of religion, if you're involved in that lie. And if it's working for you, great. Don't let that trigger you and unplug. Just roll with it, okay? Creating our reality with our frequency, okay? We took on this belief system from external sources, the school system, the media, okay? Those beliefs aren't even ours. But guess what happens? And I want you to see this if you don't already. This will change everything for you, or it could. Anything that challenges our belief system, which is very flimsy, by the way, and it's also our prison. Just bear with me on this. Bear with me. I may not say it perfectly right for the delivery to you, and your ego may not like it, but just be cool with it, okay? Hang with it. Our belief system is a prison. Anytime some information that comes in that challenges our belief system, we get triggered. Why? Because the ego thinks that the belief system is who you are, but it's not. Okay? It's not. Our beliefs are so freaking tiny. Oh, I believe this, I believe that. I'd like to have a house and some money and a soulmate and a car. We are unlimited. We're actually in nursery school with what we're trying to manifest. All we're trying to manifest is safety. We're so far beyond that. Okay? So the belief system is a prison. See it and see how every single trigger in judgment is a result of something challenging your belief system. You got all these people out there right now that are brainwashed by the media, and you try and tell them that the president of the US is trying to free them, and they're so triggered because they're so heavily invested because they've been eating the poison of the media for so long that if they're open to anything else, then they have to admit that they've been lied to. And they don't want to do that. So they're just continuing to recycle the lie and get triggered, get triggered, get triggered, get triggered, and project. They'll never be free until they can see that the belief system and that the media and every single thing they've been taught, for the most part, 99.99%, is a lie. You can't wake up until you can see this. I don't care how awake you think you are, because you can see that, oh, we've been lied to. That's not awake. That's just the first little peek out the window. Then we go in and we dismantle every single judgment, every single trigger, and every single wound. It must be done. Okay? I'm running out of steam here because I haven't eaten yet today. I've had cacao, but it's almost 11. I've been up since 5 and I haven't eaten. So let's do this. If anybody else has any other questions, you can pop it in. But this has been a good download. And there's 38 people on here right now. If you want more of this, my entire YouTube channel is free. It's Portal to Awakening, all one word. The book's on sale at half price right now. And the digital course is also on sale on my website, portal2awakening.com. It comes with the PowerPoint trainings that will guide you through seeing these programs. There's nothing more valuable that I've ever found in my entire life. And I bought every spiritual book out there. My girlfriend at the time and I did back in early 2000. And I used to read those books and go, oh, this sounds really good. But not one of those books, and a lot of them had really good information, but they didn't teach me how to go in and dismantle the wounds in the programming and how to see the belief system. So I would devour the book and I'd go buy the next book. And I'd go to the 3-day webinars. I mean, seminars. There weren't webinars back then. I'd be all pumped up like everybody on the 3rd day. And then after about a week, it would wear off. And I'd go right back to my judgments, fears, doubts, and triggers, because they didn't teach me how to do it. This teaches you how to do it. I never plan on writing a book. I never plan on being an author. I'm a recording studio guy. That's what I did. I lived in my studio for over 25 years. I loved it. I still play music every day. I'm going to do a little bit of flute for you guys in a second, because we're going to blast all of our energy onto the field. We're going to love on every single cell of our body, and we're going to magnetize our frequency. And then I invite you to do this every single day, first thing when you awaken. So if anybody has any questions, ask away. I love you too. Thank you so much for sharing this. This is my absolute, one of my biggest exciting things that I can do, because this shifts the whole dream. This is why we came here. And when you see that the media and the school system and religion, they're all traps. It's it. It's key. And this is being revealed right now. And the white hats and our galactic friends and the president of the United States. You know, I usually don't dive into politics, and I'm not diving into politics. And I'm not worried if I lose any followers, because I come out and say that Donald Trump, yeah, he's brash. But I have never seen someone's family take so much abuse and hatred. It almost makes me cry. Because I didn't like the guy. I mean, what I saw in the media, and I stopped watching the television 25, 30 years ago. I saw the program. But I didn't like what I saw from the guy because I just thought he was rich and he's cocky and whatever. But I've done my research because I do my research. And this guy has taken so much abuse. They've tried to assassinate him over and over and over and over. Why? Because they do not want to give up their control of enslaving humanity. And I can tell you what, it's going down. And it's going down right now. And what you're going to see happen in the next days and weeks in the United States is going to shock a lot of people. But you know what? They wouldn't wake up. We've tried to wake them up. They don't want to because they don't want to admit that they've been lied to because it's so shocking. Well, it's time. There is no more waiting. So it's going down. And we're going to, instead of being asinine and going, we told you, sheeple. You know, I used to call people sheep too. I mean, because so frustrated. I've been waiting so freaking long. So long. But time doesn't exist, so have I really been waiting so long? I don't know. But it feels like it in 3D. So our invitation is to hold compassion for everybody when they get the holy crap shocked out of them. Yep. And it has to happen. Tim Burr. It has to happen. And we came here for this. And they're going to be shocked, but then they're going to be glad. They're going to be, oh my God, thank all you guys so much for doing the groundwork. And we were all calling you conspiracy theorists and tinfoil hat wearers, and we were totally wrong. Can you ever forgive us? Yeah, of course. You're us. We came here to do this together. Okay? All right. I'm going to do one more. I'm trying to quit smoking. All right. First of all, thank you for being willing to share this and your other comment that you shared because you're brave and I love you. Okay. So there is no trying to quit smoking. There is no trying to do anything. You either do it or you don't. Now, with that said, I don't want to sound like an ass and just go, it's easy. I gave up drinking beer. I drank beer for 3 decades, maybe longer. I lived in recording studios. I'm a rock and roller. I grew up on Hendrix and all the great guitar players. I've been to concert after concert after concert. I've drank so much beer and smoked so much weed. And that was quite possibly how I made it through from not checking out and leaving the planet. But once I realized it was a very strong addiction and that it was poisoning me and that alcohol contains entities, and so do cigarettes. Cigarettes contain so many man-made carcinogens. It's why they're so addictive. So set your intention. Here's what I invite you to do. And I invite everybody on this call right now to send Roxanne and anybody else that needs any love and assistance to break an addiction. And while we're talking about addictions, let's go back to the biggest addiction on the planet that probably everybody is still doing a little bit in some way, shape, or form. And that is judgment. Judgment. That's why I wrote a whole chapter on it in my book. And I do videos on it. And you can go to my YouTube channel. But we must dismantle these addictions in order to move out of 3D. So first of all, let's give ourselves a lot of compassion and love. We're not losers. We're not less than because we drink or smoke or masturbate or any of this shit that we've been told we're going to hell for. Okay? So let's set our intention that you're going to ask your higher self and your ancestors or anybody that you believe in that you're going to dismantle this program of smoking, drinking, judgment, anger, low vibrational sex, whatever it might be, eating sweets and sugars. That was a big one of mine. I could eat a whole quart of ice cream every day, mint chocolate chip. But I noticed that every time I did, I'd have that addiction every day the next day. So now I don't do it. Once in a while, I'll eat a cookie or something because now I can see it. And I'm not going to starve myself from some things that I love, because if this were the last day on the planet for me and I was leaving for some reason, maybe I'd want to eat a little bit of ice cream. But I notice the addictions and I don't let them own me anymore. And you'll be able to see these programs and you'll be able to do it on your own. So just tell yourself that you're not going to do the smoking anymore. And because it's an addiction, there's a trigger. So you can go, okay, I'm not going to smoke. And you'll go, wow, I'm doing really good. I didn't smoke yesterday. And then you might have a fear or a doubt or a less than thought. And all of a sudden you have anxiety. So it's going to go, if you smoke that cigarette right now, it'll calm you down. Well, that's the trap. That's the entity. That's the deceptive program. So you reach out to somebody and you go, I feel like smoking right now. Can you be my quit smoking buddy? Or whatever. Reach out to somebody. There's a million people here right now that are sending you love, and anybody else that is watching this replay. Okay? And you just dismantle it one moment at a time, and you just go, okay, I can feel that it's trying to pull on me. So what am I going to do? Am I going to let it run, or am I going to take a breath and go, oh, there's the program? So I'm going to take a breath and I'm going to go, no, you will not poison my frequency, my body, every one of my cells. Oh my God, all those trillions of cells, every time that smoke's going into your lungs and it's going into your bloodstream and your cells are going, fuck, we got to try and purify this again for her over and over. And we're going to do it because we love her. But we don't want to do this anymore. It's dragging, it's affecting us in a very negative way. So I'm going to leave you with that. Reach out and get somebody to be your quit smoking buddy, your quit drinking buddy, your quit judgment buddy. Come on to these transmissions. Go watch the stuff on my channel. Or if you really want to rock your world, come and grab one of the 4 or 5 spots and go on this journey with me for a month. Watch all the trainings, go through the book, and then we will be in contact every single day, and I will be mirroring you like this. And if you don't think having me on your case in the most loving way every single day is going to dismantle every single wound, every single program, every single judgment and trigger, I guarantee you that it will. I know of nothing else that's more powerful. So for those that are interested in that, I'm going to pop this up. There is here's the book, and there's the journey for anybody that wants to do it. And your ego isn't going to want to do it because it's going to go, oh, then I'm going to be accountable. And well, do you desire your freedom or not? This took me over 25 years and over $100,000 to do this. And I take people through this every month and they're like, oh my God, I thought I was awake, but I was still running all these programs underneath the surface. And it's okay because they're so subtle, and the ego is tricky because it doesn't want to, until you make it your friend, it doesn't want to give it up. But love yourself. It's okay. Everybody's going to eventually get it. It's just if you're ready to really step in to your soul's mission and purpose right now, and you came here for this, and you're ready to help all the people that are going to need this, and maybe you want to shift out of the 3D workforce, and you've really been going, wow, I know I have gifts, and I've been wanting to jump, but I'm just not there yet. I'll guide you through it. I have people that quit their job a week or 2 into this. They just go, oh my God, I see the program, I'm out. And then we make a plan that's part of the journey. And we start to get them to generate clients or, dive more into their yoga, Reiki, whatever. We get them to step out. If you decide to step out, the universe will mirror you back and go, your wish is my command. It's just a matter of you deciding to do it. And so we're coming up on 111 here. Thank you for everybody that's hung on this long. What a blessing. So here's what we're going to do. So there's the links for anybody that's interested in doing that. I'll get on a call with you and answer any questions. I'm not going to try and sell you. I don't want somebody that's not ready because it'll drag me down and I don't want to have to be pulling you forward all month. I want you to meet me halfway and just trust and be excited and then let the process take its course. It'll be the greatest investment, one of them you've ever done for yourself. It's priceless. There is no price. And then you'll see that money is just, oh, you mean I can attract money like that easy? Just by doing what I love and being excited every day? Yes, you can. And it took me a long time to figure that out. 11111, there we are. So let's do it. All right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to first off, we're going to take a couple breaths, we're going to smile, and we're going to send all our love into every single cell that we have. And we're going to feel that, and we're going to feel our vibration go up, and we're going to feel every cell go, thank you. Thank you. We love you. But we love, it almost makes me want to cry. We love that you're waking up and you get to see now that in every moment you have the power to magnetize and amplify the quantum field. And you've also got the power to reverse your aging. Isn't that exciting? And if you don't believe it, you don't have to believe it yet. But I invite you to play with it. So the first thing we're going to do is love on every one of our cells. Then I'm going to guide you through it, and I'm not going to talk a lot, but then we're going to amplify it, and we're going to send it out to the entire planet, and then we're going to send it out to the entire galaxy. And I promise you that every single person on this call is affecting the quantum field, and we are speeding up the awakening all around the planet. I promise you, because that's how it works. So you ready? Let's do it. Here we go. I'm going to put a little bit of reverb on here for you guys. So if you want to close your eyes, cool. If not, it's up to you. Just do what you want to do. And here we go. So we're going to focus on every cell in our body and loving on it. So take some deep breaths and really feel them going in from the top of your head to every cell in your body. See if you can feel every cell in your body and every organ. Smile and feel it. If there's any fear or anything, just embrace it. If your little child is still feeling fear, just embrace it and go, I'm here. You're safe right now. And things are getting exciting. All right. So with every breath, we're going to amplify our frequency and send it out to the planet. Feel it. Smile. Are you smiling? Because your cells can feel it. All right, so on this last one, we're going to send a wave. We're going to imagine a wave. All of us, everybody that's on this call right now, all 33 people, 34. There's no mistakes that we're all in here doing this right now. Are you excited? So here we go. We're going to blast a wave out to everybody on the planet and the galaxy, and we're going to thank all the light workers and all the beings that are here supporting us, seen and unseen. Here we go. Can you feel it more than ever? Sorry if that's a little loud. I can't tell. So keep feeling it. You know this is affecting the field. You know it's affecting every one of your cells. You can feel it. All right, so keep smiling. And anything you desire to manifest, see it is here now. It's not in the future. And align your frequency with 100% yes and self, knowing that it's here now. We came here for this. Do you remember? Just want to get this going a little bit more. Feel it. It's here now. Came here for this. Anyway, I'm fired up. I love you guys. And I'm so grateful that you would take this time to hang on here right now with me this long. I mean, you know that it's working. You know, it's totally working. So anyway, I love all of you. If you feel that anybody would benefit from this, and I don't know who wouldn't, feel free to share it with them. And thank you to everybody that shares it in this group. Hey, Cheryl, great to see you. Cheryl's in San Diego, where I'm from. I need to know where you got your flute. Okay, I just got it from bigbearflutes.com. I had it shipped over from New Mexico. So bigbearflutes.com. This is a cedar flute and it smells so good. Can you guys smell it? My whole room smells like this. It's amazing. And you can learn how to play it really easy. Yeah, it's amazing. So bigbearflutes.com. And thank you, Davia. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, share this with people. And yeah, I'm back every Monday and Wednesday. And like today, it's Sunday here for me in Thailand. But I wanted to come on because I woke up and I see all this stuff going down. So much is being revealed. I mean, I'm following the white hats and yeah, Q and the president, and it's going down. My flute is in D because I can match it to a lot of the stuff I do on my guitar. Yeah. So they'll give you a choice when you go to the website. And so, yeah. So I love you guys. And I'm back on Monday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, Monday and Wednesday. Come and ask your questions. Come and bring your energy. Come and just commune. Do it. We're doing it. You can feel it. We're amplifying it. Thank you, Krishna. And yeah, if anybody wants to go on the journey, you know, like I said, I journey with 4 or 5 people every month, and it's the deepest journey that I know. And I will be mirroring people through the trainings and the book, and we'll be going back and forth every single day. And I don't know of anything else that's more powerful than going through this journey and the transformational course, the experience that I take people through. So if you're interested in that, send me a private message. The whole course is described in great detail at my website, theportaltoawakening.com. And the link is scrolling down there, bottom, transform. So, hey, Richie, great to see you. Thank you for your energy, holding the frequency. And yeah, just thanks to everybody that shares this stuff, because this is really it. You know, we're rocking this together. And, you know, we're waking up. We're waking up in the dream. This is it. So big love to all of you. And I'll be back sooner than later. And again, thanks again. We just blasted and raised the vibration of the planet. I intend that all of you know that, because we did, and you can feel it. And it's not ego, it's fact. So much love, and we'll catch up soon. And I'll post this replay. Hey, Michael, great to see you. Michael's the man. He just made the decision to come and do the journey with me. So we're starting. We already started, actually, but I'll be connecting with him today. And yeah, so much love. And thanks, all of you. Stay connected. Create your day in every moment. Oh, here's another key. Set 15 alarms on your phone. I have them on my phone. Everybody I journey with sets 15 alarms. They go off at 8:33, 9:44, 10, 11, 12, 12, 1:22, 1:33. You may not catch every single one, and you can put them on vibrate, but every time they go off, that'll be you tapping yourself on the shoulder going, psst, where's your frequency right now? You can stop and do what you do in the morning. You can love on every cell, breathe in, and you can recreate your reality and see what you have already attracted into your reality is here now. If you do that 10 or 15 times a day, oh my God, you're going to start to see the synchronicities start to show up. Why? Because we're creating our reality. We just got hijacked into thinking that we're not. It's getting so exciting. I'm pumped. Anyway, I love you all. Have an incredible day. It's 1:22:11 right now on the ticker. 33 people. We're rocking it. Get excited. Stay excited. Align with people that are holding that frequency. Okay? And just thanks again. And we'll see you soon.